Hello, everyone. It's been a while, right? It's been a few days. Normally, I post 4 videos here every day. Every day. Even in some situation where I'm sick, looking after someone who's sick, there, traveling, this, that, those, whatever. As much as possible, I post those 4 videos, regardless of what I'm going through. Sometimes I wipe my tears and I put that videos anyway. But in the last few days, I just wasn't able to post videos. Just, I don't know. I can't even tell you that this is the reason. My spirit just wasn't there. I just couldn't. I just don't know why. But hey, I'm back, and I hope this time I'm back also for good, and I'm able to continue to post. Earlier on, just driving on the road, I saw a particular, which is the last video that I did, where I saw the signpost where people were crowdfunding to build a road. And I stopped, and then just to take the video, the next thing I knew, I was actually talking, and it ended up turning into a video that I actually posted. And one of the things I do know for sure is that if we stop talking about those things, at the end of the day, it will be said that we actually like it. And no matter how wearing it is, maybe sometimes our spirit gets tired of all of these things, saying the same thing over and over again. Sometimes you're not seeing the result. But indeed, people are hearing, people are listening, and somehow it's touching mine. Well, we must continue to talk about those issues. I meet people every day who tell me they watch my videos every day, they learn from it, they some find hope in it. And so we'll continue to go. One thing that I know for sure is that giving up by the grace of God can never and will never be an option. But anyway, this video is actually a reaction from a statement that someone had done on the video that I did earlier. And he said, this is from Preston Guyen or Preston Guyen, something like that. And he says, at Aisha Yusufu TV, that's the name of my channel, Madam Aisha, why didn't you talk about Peter Obi calling Sowore Blackmailer-In-Chief? And I replied, I said, did he? I must have missed that. Where can I find the news? Because I know that Mr. Peter Obi did put out, a statement on the issue of blackmailers and all of that, but he didn't mention name as far as I'm concerned. Let's go through and read that particular statement and see once again. So I'm here on the page of Mr. Peter Obi on his X page, and he said, it's obvious that the biggest business for blackmailers now is talking about Peter Obi from every negative perspective. Even my solemn spiritual trip to Rome has been twisted into yet another blackmail campaign by merchants paid ostensibly to propagate anything negative against Obi. One such individual whose entire life revolves around blackmail falsely claimed that I went to Rome to have a private meeting with Bola Ahmed Tinubu regarding a purported 225 billion debt crisis involving Fidelity Bank. Of course, he added president. I'm not adding president because definitely that person who is occupying the Aso Villa seat is definitely not my president. So, according to the statement, Peter Obi said these claims are not only baseless, malicious, but entirely false, according to him. Let me just stop here to say that, first of all, I think I read that. I didn't read the article. I saw the headline of the article and I saw the pictures, showing that picture where Peter Obi, Fayemi, and Bola Ahmed Tinubu were having a conversation. And the first thing I thought about was that if Peter Obi is going to go and meet Tinubu to discuss anything, is it in a place where it's most difficult to even be able to enter? I mean, for you to get invited to that particular place, first of all, remember that the Vatican is like, it's a city on its own, right? For you to get invited there, you must have certain standing, you understand? And so if Peter Obi is going to meet Bola, Mr. Tinubu, is he going to go to a place where it is almost impossible for you to be able to get in? Is that where he's going to go go into. First of all, these are the same. There were also rumors where they said that, oh, Mr. Peter Obi was not able to enter. He had to stay outside. He was not allowed in, all those kind of conversation and stuff like that. And then that's the place that he's going to go and meet. For me, it just didn't add up. I just smiled when I first of all saw those particular this thing that were out there. And then, if I'm not mistaken, the trip to, I think Peter Obi had already done that trip to, they've already come back from the Vatican before the news broke of the 220 something billion, whatever. So, okay, you might say that, okay, the news, even before it broke, the people would have known. Because I remember when I first of all saw the news headline that Fidelity Bank might be going bankrupt because they are owing 225 billion. My mind was like, what? So the first thing I remember immediately, I read the headline. I called, I called PO, and I'm like, he picked the call, and I'm like, hello, PO. I said, what's going on? He said, what? I said, they just put out a statement. I'm just seeing this headline. I'm just seeing this bank headline. They say that there's a Supreme Court judgment, and you guys, that Fidelity Bank had lost, so and so amount, and it might be going bankrupt. And then he was like, there's a way he put it, say, oh, I can't remember the exact words. No, oh my goodness. I wish I had written that. Of course, it's not an issue to write down now, because I had a conversation with you. I wasn't thinking of talking about it with anyone, if not for this thing that is happening right now. He said, something like that's ridiculous, or that's nonsense. Say, I shall my dad, that's just nonsense. He was like, so I was not like, okay. He now said, okay, send me he hadn't seen it. So he said, send me this thing. So I sent it to him. I think he called me that he was, oh, you've not sent, and then no, I've sent it to you. So I sent that to him. And then I called the chairman also of Fidelity Bank, and I was like, I called him, he didn't pick. So I sent him a message. I'm like, oh, what's going on? This is and then he replied me, and it was not like, oh no, that's just not it. In the same spirit, he replied that. So to say that he went all the way to go and meet him to beg, please now, please. But anyway, let me continue on this thing. And then so Mr. Peter Obi continues by saying, let me categorically state that I have never sought an audience with, nor met Tinubu since he assumed office, except about 1 minute meeting at the arena of St. Peter's Basilica, Rome, during the inauguration mass of Pope Leo the 14th, where I was seated behind and had to respectfully greet him and other dignitaries present. And one thing also is that this is not the first time that he had gone there within this period. When the Pope died, Mr. Peter Obi was there. He went to go and do for the burial, during the burial something. He was there. And then, of course, when this one also was going to happen, he was there. So anyway, let me continue. I was previously in Rome, he said, on the 9th of May for the lying-in state of Pope Francis. Immediately after the mass and exchanging of pleasantries, I went straight from Vatican City to London and then back to Nigeria. The self-proclaimed Blacmailer-In-Chief, and this is where he put it in quotation mark, and others who thrive on spreading pain and falsehood have also claimed that I own Fidelity Bank. For the record, he said, I don't. Throughout my career, I served as chairman/director of 3 banks financial institutions, of which Fidelity is one of them. Fidelity has over 500,000 shareholders, none of whom hold a majority stake. What this blackmailer seeks is to harm these hard-working Nigerians and cause them needless distress. To those peddling these falsehoods and engaging in blackmail, I offer a sincere prayer. May God grant you the virtue of gratitude and understanding to know that we came here with nothing and we go with nothing, that they cannot profit from their evil ways. And then he said a new Nigeria is possible. No name was mentioned. Thank you for watching. Bye.